At 17, I launched a business that changed my life. The lessons I learned from it are not necessarily what you'd expect, and you might be wondering who I am. My name is billionaires. I'm an 18-year-old entrepreneur who's been doing business all the way since he was 8, from selling Snickers bars to his classmates, all the way to my first serious online business venture before I could even vote. Now, I'm here to pull back the curtains on what entrepreneurship is really like. If you want to know what starting a business is actually like, I would recommend for you to stick around because I'm about to reveal everything that I've learned for the last couple of years, and it'll probably save you lots of trial and error. And whether you're thinking of starting your own venture or just curious about what entrepreneurship is like, this is the video that you've been looking for. Firstly, say bye to sleep. Even when you're on vacation, you're constantly thinking about work and what has to be done next. So essentially, you're probably not gonna get as much sleep as you're used to right now. You're going to be running off hella coffee and probably 2 grams of caffeine a day at least. And you're probably gonna be running off like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a day. And you'll probably end up looking like Goob from Meet the Robinsons. If you don't know who I'm talking about, this is him. But with all seriousness, you're probably gonna go to sleep thinking about business every single day, and trust me, at first it's gonna be kind of annoying, but when you're so obsessed with something, it's actually gonna be quite nice because you're gonna be exhausted by the end of the day. But on the other hand, after you work a lot, let's say you work like 10 hours in a day, whenever you do go to bed, you'll probably be getting some really good sleep. It's the extremes with this thing. You either get a really good night's worth of sleep or you really don't get any sleep at all. And honestly, who wants freedom and flexibility? Who wants to be able to work from wherever they want? Of course, if you have an online business, this applies to you. If you have a brick and mortar business, there are some other things that go into place. But if you have an online business, who wants to be able to work from the Maldives? Who wants to be able to work from outside? Like, I could just work from quite literally wherever I want. And to be fair, who wants that? I want to be in the same place for the rest of my life, and I really don't want to take cool vacations. Of course, there are some people who do like it, but I prefer to just sit in my ass all day and not be able to travel wherever I want to at any time that I want to. Also, get ready for an absolute roller coaster with financial stability. If you're looking for a safe and stable financial job, I would definitely recommend for you to stay away from business. The amount of days and the amount of weeks that you're going to be calculating how long it is you have to, you're absolutely just fucked. And when I mean fucked, I mean you're basically in zeros and you're having to ask your parents for loans for you to be able to afford food, water, gas, just the basic necessities. So if you're looking for something that's stable, I would definitely recommend for you to stay away from this. To be fair, who needs an income anyway? Having the dopamine and the serotonin from you hitting your goals is, in my opinion, 10 times better. But don't get me wrong, we still need to eat, and dopamine doesn't fill our stomachs. So, plus having an income is a trap anyways. Once you get that paycheck from your job, you're essentially going to be attached to it. It's like a drug. All the biggest entrepreneurs that I've seen, they bleed every day. They lose money until at the end of the day, they have a huge paycheck. Building an empire from zero, who the hell wants the satisfaction from that? Why bother creating a legacy? We all die anyways, and who cares about making a change in the world? It's already screwed in the first place. Might as well just let it stay the same way. So, and plus, it's not like satisfaction in working towards something bigger is exactly what gives us humans purpose and kind of what heals us from anxiety and depression. You want to know a real good cure for anxiety and depression? Scrolling on TikTok all day. That, personally for me, just fulfills all of my goals and ambitions. And to me, that's kind of my legacy. Just hitting 1,000 minutes on TikTok every single day. Fulfillment's just an illusion anyways. Like, who gives a shit about fulfilling something? Who gives a shit about hitting goals? Goals are pointless. They're just little intricate little things that don't even matter. So that's just my take on it. Who gives a shit? By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what the hell is work-life balance? Especially whenever you're doing business, you can forget about the definition of that, because work-life balance is for those who want to have everything peaceful and they want to have everything aligned, especially whenever you're first starting. It's going to be impossible to balance everything, and you can forget about having time with your family and having all that other stuff when you're first starting. But don't get me wrong, whenever you're a bit more used to it and you kind of have a system going and you understand what it is that you're doing, then you can actually start juggling your family, your friends, your hobbies, your business. Then you can actually start implementing other things, because I'm not saying that you can say bye to all those things, but there's going to be a period in time where you do have to say bye to those things. And say bye to those extreme sports, because whenever you do get to that point, having to balance all those plates is going to be the most extreme sport of them all. And if all the stuff that I just mentioned wasn't bad enough, the people at the top pay millions of dollars to keep us lazy and stupid just for us to not think for ourselves. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, I would recommend for you to check this video out. Or don't. I don't really care. Peace.